For all the parents, if your baby has a diaper rash, use flour. No, don't do that. You go to the store, you just get some baby powder. It's like $2 to $4. Just don't do it. Don't do it, man. Yes, like cooking flour. Put it in a pan alone and let it burn. Once it's brown, let it cool off and put it in the diaper. It works in hours. Way better than rash cream, 100%. Thank me later. Yeah, I'll be thanking you when my child is screeching at the top of his lungs because he has dirt at, you know, he's got the scratchy cheeks, man. Ladies and gentlemen, wonderful faces alike, it is so great to see you here today. I hope you're doing more than well. Hope things are treating you right, and man, might I say you're looking good as usual. But would you like to know something that isn't looking good as usual? The state of parenting on this little place we call planet Earth. Now, as many of you probably know, unfortunately in this world there are children, and worse than that, there are creatures that spawn said children. These lovely little nightmares known as parents. Everyone's got one. Unless you don't, then my condolences. Parents. Not all of them are bad. In fact, a lot of them are actually really down-to-earth people. There are no specific set of perfect parents, as we make mistakes and they're human, just like you and I. However, there are parents out there who make mistakes their entire identity by quite literally becoming a mistake themselves. Whether this be from extreme helicoptering, telling their child to change who they are and what makes them unique and comfortable, destruction of property, or using literal burnt flour as a cure for freaking diaper rash, there's always something disappointing waiting to be uncovered. So today, as a big old dysfunctional family, we're gonna take a peek-sees into a lovely little subreddit known as r/InsaneParents, home to some of the worst and most aggravating excuses of parents ever documented online. Gathered, filed, and presented to you by this handsome face right here. So before we hop into today's video, feel free to drop a like and subscribe with a bell notification on and a comment down below telling me what you liked or didn't like about today's episode, as it'll greatly help out the channel. And without further ado, let's get right into r/InsaneParents, you wonderful individual.
Hi moms, so this is a bit of a TMI post. My 4-year-old daughter co-sleeps with me and my husband. She's usually a very deep sleeper, but last night this was not the case. So hubby and I were having some, well, you know, adult time, and we're usually pretty quiet and discreet since we never want to wake the little one, nor has she ever been woken up by this. This time, maybe we were just, I don't know, just a bit too enthusiastic. I don't want to be embarrassing here, but literal extreme bed shaking type of enthusiasm, and my daughter wakes up and yells, "Stop it, you guys!" And I was absolutely horrified. We told her that I was trying to get off the bed and bumped my head into the headboard so it made a little bang and that we were sorry that we scared her. She took that explanation and went back to sleep and thankfully has not mentioned it again today. Not looking for advice or anything. Someone please just tell me I'm not alone and their kids have witnessed such acts and that we haven't scarred her for life, lol. I think it's time for this little girl to start sleeping elsewhere, wouldn't you think?
21 people had the laugh of their life at a child being permanently scarred. You're telling me you couldn't just, you know, put her on the couch or anything? You couldn't just be, hey, you know, here's a movie. Here's like Cat in the Hat or the fucking Grinch. I don't know. Just keep them out of the room. Why you gotta be fucking bone swoggling on each other like two orangutans fighting over fruit? Extreme bed shaking. Is it like an earthquake or like books falling off the shelf? I hope most parents aren't like, yeah, I've done that a couple times myself. What if your child had caught you right in the middle of some very visibly downright scarring things? That would be entirely on you. Hi, Baba. I tried calling you. Was with guests all day, so I'm super tired. I'll be awake for the next hour. Call me back if you can. Love you.
No, Baba. You just called me just because your mother told you how upset I was. Baba, very dissatisfied.
What? Mom hasn't told me anything.
You were not willing to sacrifice a minute of your time trying to check on
What? Trying to check on my knowing 9 a.m. sick
like a pig and working 13 hours. Baba, even if it takes you more than almost whole day.
Why are you even working when you're sick?
At 50, you will not be spoiled. Baba will no longer worry if you had dinner or not.
This is just a reminder to never check in on your parents. Never ask how they're doing. Never just be like, hey dad, how's it going? Nope, you're gonna rattle Baba's cage.
My son turns 5 at the end of this year, so I have to enroll him in school. The school's just told me I can't come and breastfeed. Oh, I chose the wrong voice for this one. But you know what? We're gonna roll with it. The school's just told me I can't come and breastfeed him at recess and lunch. I don't know what what to do. I feel like they're discriminating against me.
I feel you. I'm still breastfeeding my 7-year-old. It's why I made the choice to homeschool. When he wakes up and comes down, I just sit him right there with a bowl of Frosted Flakes in one hand, and I just let him go to town on the other hand. It's like a new baby cow who ain't ever drank the gift of life.
Let me get this straight. Your big complaint is that you can't ensure your child gets bullied and harassed throughout the entirety of his elementary because you want to roll up for some weird reason in your head, breastfeed your 5-year-old, your kindergartner, and then homeboy over here trying to go for like a medal of who's the creepiest parent over here, saying their child is still 7 years old. When I was 7 years old, you know, I had friends, you know, I was young, but you know, I was starting to venture out, you know, kind of develop who I am as a person. I cannot even imagine what it'd be like to be at a sleepover. I got my Pokemon cards out with my friends. We're playing Melee, something back in the day, and guys, I'll be right back. My mom is here to breastfeed me. You know, it's 8 o'clock. You know, I just gotta get that in. Gotta get my vitamins and stuff for the day. Like, what the man? This is what you do to your child when they refuse to give you their password when it's time for phone check. Then they pretend like you don't know the password. Well, you won't need the password anymore, Jada, because you can't use it now. I don't play with my children. I'm not your friend. I'm your mother. And if anybody get her another phone, I'm gonna do the same thing to that one. Well, you really showed poor Jada over here. You say, hey, you know what? Instead of something that I could just take your phone away, I'll be like, all right, I gotta make sure you're not doing anything crazy because, you know, I think you should in a safe, respectable manner, you know, not like invasion of privacy. Check and see what your child's doing. So that way your child by age 18 hasn't strictly consumed Cocomelon. They can barely formulate a sentence in public. But to just destroy property, I've never gotten what a parent gets out of this. You lose money from this and it just traumatizes and makes your kids scared of you.
Where the hell are you? When I need you, you're never here. My sugar level is 60. Why aren't you here to help me? I'm so done with you. I told you 911 had to come to the house this morning. Daddy's sick. He ain't sleeping 24 hours. He's still going through the low BGM, but you can't even help by feeding the dog. Please get your place so I don't have to depend on you for anything. Please do me that favor. You left once before, and it's nothing new.
What is even happening here? Like, all right, yeah, I need your help. So I'm gonna curse at you. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna hop in my car and drive right over to help dad and the dog. No, it's like, that's not how that works. But another contradictory that hurts my head here is like, please get your own place so I don't have to depend on you for anything. That's amazing because you clearly need them. What's gonna happen when they leave to go to another place? You're gonna instantly be like, oh shit, I can't stand on my own 2 feet without my son, but I'd never tell him that because that'd make him feel good about himself. Hello, Water family. What do you think of giving 1 tablespoon of aged urine to a 1-year-old baby? Personally, it depends on who you ask. It's the best medicine.
That's what I think too.
What world do we live in, man? Where are you getting this information? Who online? It's just like, all right, do you want your baby to be big and strong? Absolutely. Feed him pee. Get him an IV drip with a bladder attached to it. What do you mean pee is super healthy? Who has told you this? It's got germs in it, man. You can't just be out here not taking your child to go see a doctor because you got just gallons of pee on standby. Also, I'm sorry, I haven't even ever heard of this term before. What is aged urine? Is this just like the bottles of pee-pee that people leave in the corner of the room? Do you honestly look at that and you're like, man, I can't imagine the wonderful health benefits that would come from drinking all that. What is loose in your head?
I've come to parents of school children today to raise quite the inquiry. I need to know what others think about a kindergarten teacher telling her students that when they all started out years ago, they were monkeys. Is it just me that think there's something wrong with this?
Oh my goodness, you know, you might be onto something here.
I hate to break it to you, but evolution is something they teach in school.
Well, in my opinion, they shouldn't. Myself, I believe in God created me, and I didn't come from no damn monkey.
I think the parents should have the right to choose for their children, not the teachers.
Look, man, you can believe in whatever you want, you know, that's up to you. I'm not gonna tell you what to think, but don't get upset when an education system attempts to do something right. If you want to tell your child about your beliefs at home, that is absolutely okay, but as a child, they should also have access to other information outside of what you solely believe in, so they can grow up to form opinions of their own and stand on their feet as their own individual person. Oh man, yeah, it's pretty bad. It's getting kind of dirty out here. Guys all yellow and spooky. It's currently glowing yellow in the city, Dad.
It's the government
want?
Hi there. I'm currently looking for someone to hang out with my 10-year-old daughter for the summer for a couple days a week, possibly take her back and forth to the Y for some classes. We live right next to the high school, so it's super close, willing to pay $100 a week and basically just hang out and go on walks. We have a pool in our apartment complex you're more than welcome to use. Please message us if interested. So most people just call this a babysitter because it's just a weird ad. Hey man, anyone want to hang out with my 10-year-old daughter? Any random person in the neighborhood want to come unsupervised, hang out with my 10-year-old daughter for a couple days, maybe a week, give you $100 for her, huh? Or best cash price offer. Make me an offer to hang out with my 10-year-old. That's so weird, man. And then you offer like, yeah, you know, you guys can go to the pool or whatever. This is a dangerous situation to put out here. Just find a babysitter, man. Don't just be handing your 10-year-old off to some random stranger, especially when this is the ad you put out, because this is gonna attract the wrong kind of crowd, man. I forgot to make my mom a smoothie today, and unfortunately for me, that is a grave mistake.
Nope, I'm just, tired of being expected to do things for people that just, forget what I asked them to do, nothing too major. Or, they refuse to help with the household they live in to run a little smoother. I don't want to, and I forgot. It honestly doesn't work for me.
Leave me alone.
I will, but I don't think you want that. When I was your age, I was married, 14 hours from home, taking care of my own home and husband. I wasn't forgetting or refusing to help in the household that supported me.
Can you just please leave me alone?
Kids that are homeless, they would love to have a free roof over their head. You should just ask them.
Leave me alone, please. I love how the mom is just trying to call out like the secret psychology move here. Like, can you leave me alone? Actually, you don't want me to leave you alone. So by, saying you want me to leave you alone, that actually means you want me. Such a dramatic response. Like, damn, I forgot the strawberry milkshake. Oopsie daisy. For your mom to be hitting out the violin strings, tugging on the heart like, when I was your age, I was 18 providing for my husband. Like that, I'm sorry that happened to you. My condolences that's how it turned out. I have wonderful advice for you. Now come in just a little bit close. There you are.
Grow the up.
Hey Reddit, my mom is currently having a hard time. She cannot handle that I got my septum pierced. I'm 27 and married, and I have been out of the house for a year.
Where are you right now?
I'm at Walmart with Mima. Why?
Okay, thank you.
Is everything okay?
No, but it will be.
Oh, well, what's wrong? You can always talk to me if you want.
I just, don't want to run into you anywhere. That's all.
Okay, why? What have I done now?
I'm not quite ready to die of another heart attack. So you probably need some clarification on that statement. So let me begin with this. All I've wanted for you is to truly be happy in your life. And it seems that you are, and I am so glad for you. But it has been a painful year for me with all the name calling you've done to me, and the behaviors that you have exhibited towards me has been heart-wrenching. But since you went and had a hog piercing put in your nose, I know you can't wrap your brain around this, but I want you to try to truly understand that I can't just expect that and look at my beautiful daughter with that in her nose. So no, I don't want to run into you in public anywhere, because for the last 2 weeks since I found out you've done this, I've had immense chest pains every day, and I deserve to be happy too, and I have to protect my own heart. But that's why I was asking where you were. I do not want to run into you with that ring in your nose, because I'm telling you, and I know you don't understand. It would have my final heart attack at that very moment, and I don't want that upon you. So that's why I asked where you were. I don't want to run into you with that ring in your nose. I can't look at it. I simply can't. I love you very, very much, but it would appear you really don't want me in your life. So I'll step aside. I just know that you're still loved. I would love nothing more than to spend time with my beautiful daughter, but she doesn't exist anymore. She's a pig with a piercing. To this will break any mother's heart.
God, I love the fresh smell of gaslighting and manipulation in the morning, don't you? Very wonderful. So your daughter got something you don't like, which is such a stupid and trivial thing to be upset about. A little nose piercing. Oh, so spooky. And so you turn around and you do this whole baiting thing like, oh, my death will be on you if you don't remove this nose ring, because I want my daughter my way. And anything that happens to me from here on out, just know that it might be on your conscience. What's wrong with you? And then just send a picture of a pig and be like, that's what you look like. Yeah, okay, if they didn't want you in their life beforehand, they sure as hell don't now. If my mom sent me a picture of a pig and was like, that's you, piggy boy, guess my mom and I aren't chill anymore. This is such like a petty thing. To have this type of behavior that far into your life is so sad, because that's like something you can barely even correct at that point. I'd taken the mom's late 40s, 50s, somewhere around that age. But to be using these type of manipulation tactics for this long, that's so sad, man. This mom has probably gotten her way through so many things in life by just really guilt tripping people. It's such a lame manipulation tactic. Have you ever had to deal with a parent like this and, you know, tattoos or rings, they got issues with it? I'm gonna say this one-on-one. F them. Hi, honey. Are you on your way home? Not quite. I just got held up a bit, but I'll be there soon. Sleep is important, son. Yeah, you know, I'd have to agree. I'm in for me. Just a reminder, it's 9:30. Time for bed for everyone, including you. Oh, all right, bedtime. What the heck? You're a stupid asshole, you know that? You're an idiot. If I had to sum it up correctly, you're just one big, massive, disappointing idiot. All because he wasn't tucked in his sweet little jammies and his Spider-Man blanket with his nightlight on. You just upped it and just, you know, it's like, you know what, son, I actually hate you. You're stupid, you're stinky, and you're smelly. Yeah, some great parenting. I'm sure he's gonna look at that and be like, all right, well, I'm already not home, so yeah, I'm really gonna rush back home to that environment.
My grandma told me about making a potato necklace to draw out fevers. It turns completely black, and y'all, it really works. Nolan's fever yesterday was 102.3. Now he's making an astounding recovery at 98.2.
27.7 thousand people dropped a fat thumbs up due to moldy potato.
That is amazing. Oh my goodness, if you leave potatoes out, they turn black. How does that happen?
Oh, I don't know. It's not like your child is sleeping in literal mold or anything. Like, look at him. He's making a grand recovery. I like the way this Reddit user sums it up, though. He very two-sentence, poetic, beautiful, touched my heartstrings instantly. The kid, mother. I'm dying. Mi madre.
Here's a potato.
My God, Queens, I am literally having just the hardest time at home. I've done so much as a parent the past week. I also washed my 11-year-old's hair tonight. We were doing the curly girly lifestyle. The amount of emotional labor, though, that I have performed in the past 2 hours, oh my God. Between you and I, boss babes, how do I tell the 18-year-old that using me as a therapist and a crisis counselor isn't healthy for either of us? He has no consistently supportive adult voices in his life except ours. Like, what are we? Your parents? You know? What? But I'm a conscious fem labor pentagram and reinforcing that I'm the parent confident.
I don't know what those buzzwords are. I got the glue brain. I don't know what you said there. Sounds like a bunch of buzzwords to try to entice it. Make you feel like you big-brained individual. So I'm just gonna disregard that there. How dare your 18-year-old have nowhere else to go in his life or issues that they're going through? It's not like being in your teen years isn't already hard enough trying to discover who you are. You got a lot of questions, a lot of things to figure out. I feel like the whole world's crumbling on you sometimes. I was a teenager, I remember it. A lot of people are currently going through it. So your child turns around and is like, hey mom, I just really need someone to be there for me. You're like, no, you're so selfish. Find someone else. Okay, so if you want to complain about being a parent and having to listen to your child, get them a therapist. If not, stop complaining. You chose to be a parent. You picked up that role. You have to abide by it. You don't get to just pick and choose what being a parent means. I want to end on a bit of a higher note here. So here's a cat. Look at this guy. He's being graded at a cat showing contest, and he just won first prize to be best cat in show. What a good cat. Drop a like for that cat. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for stopping by today. If you did enjoy the video, feel free to drop a like and subscribe down below, as it absolutely helps out the channel. Make sure to hit that bell notification on and leave a comment down below telling me your thoughts on today's video, what you liked, what you didn't like. I'm pretty tired right now, so I do appreciate you stopping by. It's been a bit of a long week and I gotta get ready for a move. So fun after doing it like 16 times, but hey, we get through it. That's life. Without further ado, though, I'm gonna get on out of here. You stay amazing as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.